Good morning, everyone. Let us continue our lesson Mesopotamian civilization. The next topic is the contribution of Mesopotamians to the entire world. Point wise, one by one, we want to study. First is their script, Mesopotamian script. The Mesopotamians developed a script of their own called is cuneiform. Remember, it's a one mark question inside the lesson want to study. What is the script of the Mesopotamians? It is known as cuneiform script. Remember how to pronounce also cuneiform. Cuneiform is the script of the Mesopotamians. It as the symbols used were wedge-shaped numbers and letters are there used by the Mesopotamians. That means cunis, it's a Latin word that means wedge, cunis. They used to write, the letters are written from right to left, like as Arabic letter from right to left. The writing style it was followed by the Mesopotamians. But at that time they had neither the paper nor the pen or pencil to write. These kind of things it was not used by them. Instead of that they used to write on wet clay tablets. You can see there the picture it is given like as wet clay tablets and with a stylus made of reeds or bones for writing instead of the pen. To preserve the written text they used to bake these tablets in fire so that each tablet served as a page of a book, like as small slabs, like that way they prepared these means what it is known as clay tablets. And after writing these letters in the tablets, whatever they done, no, they were dried this one or baked in the fire, and after itself they can keep that very safely. So it's each slab it is like as one page. It's not paper, just a clay tablets. It means like a slab we know that cement slab and all, no, like that way small means clay tablets they were used for writing the cuneiform letters. That's why very easily now the historians and archaeologists can easily identify the letters, they can read. So from the letters and their whatever the informations they means kept and preserved there, from that itself we can identify easily the stories and related as the features and characteristics of the Mesopotamian people. Remember they were keep and served these tablets as pages of a book. Several such clay tablets made a complete books. It is, means inside these tablets they prepared their own details about their features and all. So that is want to study the Mesopotamian script once again. Remember it is known as cuneiform script. Okay, next in the field of mathematics, the contribution of the Mesopotamians. The Mesopotamians had a great interest in mathematics and calculations. They know very well. They knew how to count for precise measurements. Clearly the measurements they know how to count. The numbers from 1 to 9 were represented by making the signs of 1 and repeating it many times, like as Roman letters we know like that 1 2 3, like that way we are writing. So little much similar they were used, repeated the number of 1 many more times for showing 1 to 9. They counted by 60s. In fact the Mesopotamians were the first in the world these people to divide an hour into 60 minutes and again the 1 minute into 60 seconds. Now also we know that the same way our one day is counting, and a practice which we follow till today. We know that one day means 24 hours. 24 hours dividing into means each hour dividing into 60 minutes, and each minute means it is again dividing into 60 seconds. And now also still also following the same way. The Mesopotamians were also interested in geometry. They knew the shapes and all. And the Pythagoras theorem originated from Mesopotamia. Remember the Pythagoras theorem. Sometimes next year onwards I think you will study in mathematics what is Pythagoras theorem. It's actually originated there in Mesopotamia. They counted the circumference of the circle. We know circle, the circumference of the circle is 360 degree. That one also find out and counted by the Mesopotamian people. Also you know they developed the first calendar based on the moon calendar, lunar calendar. It is known as lunar calendar based on moon. This calendar had 12 months in a year, 30 days in a month, and 24 hours in a day. It was, however, 11 days less than the solar calendar. They followed this lunar, based on lunar means moon based calendar they prepared. It is known as lunar calendar. Okay. Next in the field of their contribution is astronomy. Once again, remember contributions one by one. Mesopotamian script we studied. Their script is known as cuneiform script. Mathematics, their contributions we studied. Numbers from 1 to 9. They repeated 1 to mentioning about the 1 to 9. Repeated 1 in many times. Also, they know that means how to divide a day in means hours, and also each hour divide an hour into 60 minutes, and 60 each minute divided into 60 seconds and all. Also they knew very well about the circumference of the circle. It is 360. Along with that way, one extra fact or history file it is given there. They were used the calendar as lunar calendar. That means moon based calendar they followed. Okay. Next, astronomy. What are the contributions of the Mesopotamian people in the field of astronomy? The Mesopotamians, they were good astronomers. Many more good astronomers were there. They knew how to calculate the length of the day and the night and the rising and setting of the sun and the moon. They knew very well how to calculate the length of the day. We know that daytime, night time, like that way, 12 and 12 hours. But some day is lengthy, night is lengthy, like that way. We know every year a few days are like that way, based on the we know the astronomical way itself. We can calculate that one. It was knew by the Mesopotamian people, the length of the day and the night, because of the rising and setting of the sun and the moon. Based on that way they measured. Also they divided the length of the day into 24 hours. A day they have 24 hours, same as whatever now also we are following. They divided the whole sky into 12 zones and gave a particular name to each zone. The whole sky into 12 zones they divided, and each zone has a particular name given by them. Also, this is what has comes to us as 12 zodiac signs or rashis. The astrologers are following Rashi. The word we hear that is known as zodiac signs. We all one have, like, based on our star, we all one have different zodiac signs are there based on our star. So that is known as rashis. It's using by the astrologers for telling or what it is then predicting our future, like that way things it is astrologers are using. So these 12 zodiac signs also introduced by the Mesopotamian people. Also, you know, the Mesopotamians had developed even observatories were there. Many more observatories. What is the purpose of observatory? You know what is observatories? Observatory means it is using for to study stars and planets. Stars, and we have enough observatories are here in India. Now, some of the places are using for finding out the position of the stars and also the planets, like that way. The astrologers are astronomy, based on the astronomical study, the astronomers are finding these kind of changes happening there in the sky and all through the means they observing and doing these through the observatories and all, like that way they are doing and finding the changes and happening there in the sky. And also this was actually followed by the people during the Mesopotamian civilization. We know those people know that about these kind of things during that time. So remember, these are the contributions related as the astronomy. So once again, 3 contributions only we can study now: Mesopotamian script, mathematics and astronomy. Listen, students, watch the video carefully and after you can read the text, and within next our live session we can finish the lesson. Along with that itself I will attach the textbook image also for marking your question answers. Okay, thank you.